What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. I have another Reddit story. It's just mostly a question. So, a man has 300,000 to spend in the Philippines, and what should he do? Okay. So, here's the question. How long could I live in the Philippines with 300K in cash? As the title says, I'm planning to dissolving my marriage and plan to sell half of our home to the ex-wife, so I should have 300,000 to play with. Any help or suggestions must appreciate it. Okay, so let's read the comments first before I put in my 2 cents. I would put that in something that says dividends and get a remote job. Don't burn through your cash. People do become broke, homeless, and stranded here. Yeah, and people that say they will. I live like a local in the province, have not spent much time in the province living like a local. Now, much easier than done. As a matter of fact, I have people offering me generous amount of money to work for them in the USA and precisely zero offers to work remote for less money. It's so difficult. I just created my own company instead. So that's what Homeboy did. Yeah, I didn't say it was easy. My point was to get some sort of income to subsidize the dividend income. Okay, and what's your company? I run a marketing agency. Okay, not bad. This guy says, I lived in the province about 600 a month for a year. It's doable. Inflation has gone up, so I could probably do it again for like 800. Don't go to bars or expensive restaurants, and it's not hard. Yeah, and I spend less than that for a family of four, but I have zero utilities to pay for, and I produce a lot of our own food. Okay, that's not a bad idea if you have like a province house and you got farms to grow your food. Yes, sometimes I think people saying you can't live on a small mountain in the province, all live in Makati and only visit province on a tourist trail. I only spend like 1,200 US a month where I am now in Angeles, and I am not pinching pennies to do so. I eat out like every day. I don't drink or go to Walking Street, or maybe that's why. Yeah. And this is a question that was in my head. Have you been to the Philippines before? So I'll read one more comment. It all depends of lifestyle. Some with some quick math, assuming it's invested, average 6% on a return that you can survive off, just 2K a month US. Simple bachelor living and not a lot of partying. Your 300,000 would last you 22 and a half years. But if you adjust your spending to grow with inflation, you can assume 2.5 a year increase, and it would last 16.3 years. That doesn't include medical expenses, girlfriends, travel, and emergency fund. I wouldn't make any huge change in your life right now. Divorce is a destabilizing time, and if you jump into a new life, it could easily mess things up. Yeah, it's not a bad plan, but take your time and make sure you account for all the possible incomes, good or bad. What if Social Security gets defunded? What if you really get ill? What if someone back home gets sick? What if the market crashes? All right. So let's see. And pretty much my 2 cents is like, uh, you have 300K. Now the question that I had is like, have you been to the fields? Because if you have not been to the fields, I would not lead or tell anybody that I have 300K. I would not lead with my wallet, especially with the chicks. If you're trying to get a girlfriend, I hope you take your time, because even if you have 300K, that thing could, like most of the guys said, it could shrink real quick if you are one of those types that like to go out to clubs and bars and drink. If you drink excessively, that money could just disappear just real quick. So, yeah, I would just tread lightly. Now, if you've been to the fields, okay, maybe you do know what you do. I don't know your background of what your history. I know you said you're going through I don't know, a divorce, so take care of that, and do what you want to do. But yeah, just be very careful. That's all I can tell you. I mean, I wish I had 300K, but you're in a way more better position than most of us are. So, but that position could really get challenged if you do jump into a relationship real quick. Because if you do lead with your wallet and a chick knows that, she can go for it all, and she could be like, "Hey, my grandmother's sick for the seventh time," or or there's a medical bill which does that. Oh, need a new iPhone. Oh, need a new iPad. So don't lead with your wallet. Keep that money to yourself. Keep the amount of money you have to yourself. Don't let the locals know you have 300K, because then they'll. And I'm not saying in the Philippines all of them are scammers, but you will attract scammers if they know you have 300K, and you gotta keep that quiet. Don't go around the bars, or if you do, or go out to the restaurant, don't blab about that stuff. Keep that quiet, keep leveled, you know, and then don't let when the female comes and the clammy opens up and you're like, oh, no, 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 no. Don't get into that at all. So yeah, it could be a fatal mistake, like most of the guys says. If you have 300K and then you go crazy in the fills, you'll be broke. But if you are smart with your money and you stay low key, you take your time, and assuming that if you've been to the fields, you take your time, then okay. You want that to last as long as possible, and you want to just try to live off that thing. So yeah. All right. So if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special, help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.